Nano Dimension Technical Analysis Fundamental Statistics, all of ARC's transactions in the last few days, along with reviewing my current positions and the price target. Starting off with the price action, we are kind of breaking below this ascending trend line here, but this isn't really that big of a cause for concern. Like, yes, we're breaking a little bit, but if we actually look, there's two points here that kind of nullify this this breakout to be a cause of a lot of concern. So when we had this downtrend here, if you were a bear and we broke out, there were look how many false breakouts there were. Okay, even this one is basically a false breakout because, yeah, we sustained it for a little bit and it was kind of the start of the reversal, but not really, right? We still dipped from $10 down to $6, right? So there's going to be false breakdowns, and even if there is a false breakdown, this is an extremely steep trend line, right? I wouldn't be mad if we had a trend line go in something like this, right? Or like this. Okay, that's fine. Or this is fine. You know, even this is fine as long as it's an ascending support and we're holding it consistently over a year, a month, a week. You're going to be seeing a lot of returns as long as we're going on some sort of ascending level. But as far as short term, where do I see this going? We are getting validated pretty nicely right now off this rectangular level of support right here, this green level that I have that I'm highlighting now. So that is on the 4-hourly chart. We also have the 200-day EMA actually coming in right here. I think it's a little bit of support as well. But let's look at the daily moving averages. See and the CK. I know this is a confusing chart. Okay, on the daily, the trend lines are much. This is meant for a 4-hourly chart, right? All these indicators are that I have drawn up, so that's why it looks so confusing. But the daily moving averages. If I can actually turn them on. Okay, here we go. All right, but the 200-day EMA is below the 55 and the 15-day moving average. One cause for concern is going to be the 55-day moving average, this one right here. The teal one, if you're confused on how I'm getting into these numbers, that's the key right there that you're going to want to look for. We are getting rejected and seeing some resistance here at that 38.2% retracement level, that Fibonacci level at $11.69 roughly. Yeah, so we are seeing some significant resistance going on there. We did have a false breakout in the pre-market, all the way up almost to $12. That's why sometimes it is advantageous to get up at 3 a.m. and take advantage of some trades then potentially. But let's look at some other indicators. Let's look at the MACD and the RSI. On the 4-hourly MACD, we're looking at 61.49. Remember, guys, we just went up like 18% on Friday, right? So a little bit of a cool down day is no cause for concern, in my opinion. Right now, we're down, 35 basis points. We're not doing much right now. So that's what we're looking at as far as what we did recently. So we were 18% up on Friday, right? So a cool down day is no cause for concern, in my opinion. Taking a look at the daily relative strength index, we're looking at 55. We're neutral. So we have plenty of room to go up. All right, let's look at the Bollinger Band. So let me maximize this for you, so it's a little easier to see. Middle Bollinger Band is trading at $11.06. So we have plenty of upside. Well, actually, we're actually above that. Okay, look at that. Okay, we're actually above that now. So actually, yes, we are above the middle Bollinger Band. Yes, that means that now we're going to be seeing some pressure to go back down, right? The price always kind of wants to be right on that middle Bollinger Band, if that makes sense a little bit. Okay, it doesn't really necessarily go there all the time, right? Of course it doesn't, right? It just neglected that kind of little sometimes true rule here and here, right? That doesn't really matter that much, but we are going to be seeing some support as well coming in from this middle Bollinger Band. So that's actually a good thing that we were able to push above this middle Bollinger Band. We have seen, if you can see here, I know it's a little complicated, right? There's a ton of action going on here, a ton of levels, and it's really condensed because of the daily chart. These indicators are on the 4-hourly chart. That's where I drew them, so that's where they're going to be most accurate. But the middle Bollinger Band does act as a little bit of resistance. We obviously have confirmed the breakout. I guess we have a couple 4-hourly closes above, so I would say it's a confirmed breakout. So we are likely to see some support if we do dip a little bit down to 1106. We're currently trading at 1126. That's a potential entry point. But if you're looking for an entry point and you want to get in now, if you think we're going to do great things soon, right now is a good entry point. Okay, anywhere in this first level, that's going to be your first entry point. It's a great long-term entry point. I've been saying for a while. I've been saying this for several videos for Bio Nano and Nano Dimension. Anything under $10 is a steal long term. That's what I've been saying. I can be wrong, but I think those are very high probability predictions. Very high probability. I mean, man, I mean, Nano Dimension, we've already proved that, right? What is Bio Nano at now? Are we at $10 yet? Okay, we're almost at $10. Did we hit $10 in this one yet? Um, okay, no, we didn't. But anyways, yeah, I said this a couple of days ago, and we're already above $10. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that you should listen to me. No, do your own research and decide if you agree with me based on the content of what I'm saying, not because my track record. Okay, now my track record is good. We're gonna get into that later, and I do that every day, every video in the current position sections. That's where my track record is going to be usually a little bit laid out for you. But your second level to watch, right? Your first level is 1089 to where we're at now, 1128, right? Second level, a better level of support to get in on is this level right here, 1052 to 1011. Anywhere in that range is going to be really great. If you can get in on this ascending golden level right here, I was very surprised when we broke below that, and that was just because of the markets. I predicted that was going to hold. We had a false breakdown with several 4-hourly closes, and then we obviously confirmed a breakout now. So if it pulls all the way back down to, I don't think this is going to happen today, but if it pulls down to like right below $10, sitting at like 979, 980s, 990s. Or as time goes on, the price on this ascending trend line is just going to keep rising. So if you can catch it there, that's an amazing. I would be looking to add shares personally if it dips there. But I personally, you can see my position. My average cost $13, getting killed right now. This is the one that I'm getting killed the most on, actually. Yeah, this is I picked up a call on this so early, man, so early. But this isn't. I want to give you guys an example real quick, even though we're in the technical analysis section. On this Jumia call, I was down like 80% on this like 2 weeks ago. I held because I did my due diligence and research, and I knew that there was a very high chance that this was going to go up, and I could at least sell it for a little more. Now I'm up 58%, almost $500, which is a lot for a college student with an account. This is $10,000, right? That's a lot for a college student, right? So this is a big deal to me. This isn't play around money for me. This is money I want to grow very, very quickly. And I decided to hold, and look how I'm doing now. I could sell right now for that much profit, right? Okay, I'm not going to because I think Jumia is going to do. I think Jumia has plenty more room. It has plenty more room to grow, especially we can wait a couple more weeks, right? I don't want to wait too long until that expiration date because this is an out of the money contract. I guess now we're like at 50 already. Let's see what Jimmy's at. Whatever. Okay, whatever. The point of the story here is that holding when you have high conviction plays is a very smart option. 9 out of 10 times. I want to say 10 out of 10 times, but nothing is 100% in the stock market. But that's what we're looking at as far as technicals, guys. There's not much else to say. So let's look at some fundamentals. Institutional ownership, 16% of the shares outstanding in Nano Dimensions total shares are owned by insiders. I always want to say insiders because that's actually important. Institutional ownership is like, yeah, it's kind of important, not that important though. The Fintel.io does not have any insider ownership. They just have it as a dash. They don't have the information, I guess. So 16%. It's bullish, right? It's good. It's not my favorite indicator, but take it for what it is. ARQ Holdings. Okay. They sold a little bit. All right. So no. Okay. No. They added a little bit. Okay. They added a little bit of shares from the 9th to the 10th. Okay. No, from the 10th to the 11th. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So they have it. Obviously, this is last week. But this is what we're looking at. Okay. Obviously, I want to show a quick point here. I'm going to try not to rant on this one. Try not to rant. I just want to show you guys. This is like the biggest, the most praised institutional investor that there is, right? ARK, Kathy Wood, right? Legends, genius, 30,000 IQ, right? You know what I mean? Like genius, just follow what ARK does, right? There's a lot of ARK fanboys and fangirls, right? I just want to show you something. All right. They were adding shares. Look, this is the price of Nano Dimension. They were adding shares as they were at their peak, and then they mistimed the dip a lot. And then guess what? When we were at our lowest point, $7.61, they sold. They sold more shares. Now, is this because they have to rebalance or their margin? Okay, that's fine if you want to make that argument. But all I'm saying is that these institutions are not perfect. They're not close to perfect. They are not more smart than you or I, in my opinion. They are not. They don't have. This isn't the 1970s anymore, right? This is not the Wolf of Wall Street. That movie is. I love the movie. It's funny, but it's also really cringy, and its message is so bad. And this is an example of it. Institutions are the smart ones. Retail investors can't do it. I hate that message. I hate that message. It's so misleading. You can make 70%, 73% returns in 4 or 5 months. Anyone can do this, in my opinion. It's not for everyone, but anyone can do it if you actually work hard at it and have the right mind for it, and the right temperament, and the right will and determination for it. Okay, I know it's not easy. Okay, I said I was going to try not to rant. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Let's just move on. Okay, they sold a little bit in ARKW too. All right, this is nothing new. Okay, what the moral of the story here really is that ARK is still very bullish on Nano Dimension because they have a ton of shares, and they they have plenty of look at this. Okay, they have plenty of shares, and they're not really selling them. So that means that they think that Nano Dimension is a good candidate to give them quick returns on their money because they're not selling and they already have a high stake in the Nano Dimension. Partial due diligence is going to be linked. Okay, y'all are welcome for linking this stuff. I hope y'all appreciate this. Okay, I'm linking stuff all the time. All right, due diligence. If you don't know anything about the company, this is what you want to do. Read this. And then read some other sources as well, and then watch these videos. And then honestly, I would say, in my opinion, that is fairly decent due diligence enough right there for you to go get a position established in the stock, and then wait a couple weeks or months or years, and then look at that green, that 73% return. Okay, I don't know what it's going to be, right? But something good. Current positions, Nano Dimension. Let's just go over Nano Dimension. I'm going to try not to rant this one. April 7th price starts 13. Risk is low. End of year bear case 40. End of year bull case 80 to 100. 3D printing. What they do, man, it's also a recovery play. That's the only ranting little kind of irrelevant information I'm going to throw in here. It's a recovery play. They will benefit from being able to have less COVID mandates and less COVID standards when everything's back to normal. Hopefully, okay, if that ever happens. Nano Dimension is going to benefit, and especially in the sales side of things. Relevant information in regards to the title is finished now. Feel free to click off a few more important things. This is the part where I do stuff that most YouTubers do the first 5 seconds, plus cool stuff as well. Merch/Patreon. So for the Patreon, we're working on it. It's coming along. I don't know. I hope it's this week. I really hope we can get the merch artwork and the crazy requirements that they're making me do for the artwork. Hope we can get that done this week, and then we have the Patreon run. I'm very excited. I got some really cool stuff. I put a lot of work into the Patreon. I think it's going to do really well. I think we're going to have some success, and it's really cool. It's not just beneficial to me; it's mutual benefit. I think if it's the right fit for you, it's really cheap. I made the freaking requirements. Like Patreon required it, or no, they didn't require. They recommended you charge $35 for like your merchandise tier, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I put it down to like $20 or something, and that's for a month. $20 a month to get merchandise, and then all the other freaking benefits that I'm gonna have to work a lot to keep up with. But I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm trying the YouTube thing. I'm seeing if I can be successful in it. We will see. We'll see if we can. I think we will. YouTubers that are fairly trustworthy. I'm just gonna name 3 of them, so you can just if I don't name your person, don't get mad. All right, I'm just going to name a couple of YouTubers that are fairly good and fairly trustworthy that I think you can trust more than a lot of other ones. Okay, there's a couple big ones that are just like I would be very skeptical of what they were saying. But I'm not going to get into them because I don't want that hate. I'm not ready to take on that hate because I know even if I'm innocuous and I'm factual and objective, it doesn't matter because nowadays everyone's mad about anything, and you are to blame and the oppressor no matter what, right? If you have a contrarian opinion, right? That's just how it is. Whatever. Zip Trader, Trace Trades, and Dead Inside, those are the ones that are fairly good, in my opinion. Better than most, but not me, of course. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. Yeah, all right. BrandonBallsYah.com. If you have a serious suggestion or question, that's where you want to send me them. Maybe stake says next pay perfection for me, yourself, or anyone. Use several brokers as well. If you would like to use Webull, free stock link down in the description. Our business model is never going to change based on success. If we get 1 million subscribers tomorrow, It's not going to change. It's not going to change. That's my promise, dude. That's one of the many things that sets this channel apart, right? We do quick, literally as straight to the point as one can be, I think. Literally. The intro is like 5 seconds, and literally all the intro is just telling you real quick what we're going to be doing, right? Technical analysis, fundamentals, all that good stuff, right? Literally, that I think it's as quick and to the point as we could be. If you have any suggestions for me making our business model better, it's also, giving you information that no one else does. No one else goes over the ARC transaction. No one else goes over this. No one else gives you, shows their screen and gives you their exact account information, exactly what exact dollar amount they have in each stock, right? No one gives you this stuff. No one does this. That's what sets us apart. That's one of the many things that set us apart. That's why we have such a, I would like to think, I think we have a fairly high following conviction. Like, you guys really like the channel, really support what we're doing here. I think that's because of our that is because of our business model. I think we're very to the point. We don't waste your time. Of course, this is the irrelevant section where you are at my mercy, my friends, if anyone is still listening at this point. Um, but yeah, I've ranted too much already. Bionano to the moon. Let's see how Bionano's doing. Let's check Bionano intraday. 3%, doing pretty well. We're about to get rejected, I believe. Yeah, we're about to probably get rejected by the test resistance. We'll see if we can break out. Hopefully, we can turn this 38.2% retracement level into the new support. That would be nice. We did break out of this descending resistance here. That is a very bullish sign. If we can hold, we have to hold. If we can stay green on the day, stay 2-3% on the green today, that is going to be looking very good. Oh, it looks like we're pushing. We will see. We will see. It'll be interesting. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. Remember this: when you do something well, something that's hard and takes a lot of honor and courage and bravery and intelligence, chances are it's not going to be praised very much. All right, that's just how life is a lot of the time. You have to know that your deed is not going to be less valiant because of that, or else you're going to get in this depression where you think, oh, what's the point of anything? You got to realize that this quote, it's from Aragorn, Lord of the Rings. Okay. Who would have known Lord of the Rings quote could be so impactful? Okay, I do. I wouldn't doubt it because Lord of the Rings is awesome, right? But some probably would. But this is an amazing quote, all right? Lord of the Rings, Aragon, best series ever, no doubt. Better than Star Wars, better than Game of Thrones. All right, objectively, okay, subjectively. Every movie opinion is subjective, but in my opinion. Anyways, enough financial advice, guys. Thank you all so much. I will see y'all in the next one.